There we go. Try and get some of this floof off whilst we're here, eh? Good morning, Palin. Oh, it's not a successful defloofing. Good morning, Hanson. Morning, Drew. How are you all? How's it going? Good morning, Tridopus. Good morning, bunnies. Good morning, Vivi, who is thankfully feeling a lot better. Drew, thank you very much for the 37 months. Oh my gosh, and Tedu, thank you. Good morning, Minion. Look at this big lump of Vivi fluff on my leg. She's so fluffy at the moment. Good morning, Kai. Morning, Palmer. Good morning, Joan and Anna and Rob. Hello. Good morning, Gerry. All of a sudden, so Fifi went into the vet the other day and she stayed overnight, and when she came back, she's just so fluffy. I don't know what they did to her in there, but they've made her very, very fluffy. Morning, Max. Good morning, Ellen. And Limewood, thank you very much for the 38 months. And Treadbus, thank you very much for the 4 months. Thank you. Good morning, Melba. Where are you, bunnies? I see a... Oh, Gerry. Oh, Gerry. Do you want your breakfast? Ooh. And Ellen, thank you very much for the 11 months. And Anna, thank you very much for the 31 months. Good morning, Guy. Good morning, Tom. Morning, Boba. Doot, doot, doot. Okay, let's get these bunnies some breakfast. So, they're on slightly different pellets now. Oh my gosh, Annie, did you have a good birthday? I hope you had a good birthday, and thank you very much for the 28 months. And Tom, thank you very much for the 37 months. Thank you. A boop, 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 boop. We have a national holiday, so time to watch Buns. Oh, nice. You did? I'm glad. I'm glad. Did you get up to anything nice for it, or was it a relaxy day? Good morning, cow. Hang on 2 secs. I'm going to leave you with munching bunnies. I'm going to quickly go and do something. No, Gerry. Gerry, come over here. Gerry, your breakfast is here. Gerry, your breakfast is here. Do you want me to hand feed it to you? Oh, you just got my fingy then. So the buns have switched pellets now. Onto like slightly smaller ones. I was just grabbing this to say happy birthday, Annie, but Gerry's too distracted at the moment. Good morning, Lay. Do a Fifi one. No. Happy birthday, Annie. Happy birthday, Annie. Slight delay. Here you go, Gerry. He's been enjoying, whilst Fifi hasn't been inhaling food as much, he's been enjoying being able to sort of leave food and come back to it. But we need to remember the old ways now, Gerry, of you having to get everything you can. Bless you. What are you after? Is it because I went over near the treat jar? Do you think you're getting treats now? It's poor Fifi. She had a little, Do you want me to put these in the bowl for you, Fifi? Are you feeling like being a bowl bunny? Poor Fifi had she wasn't feeling well for a couple of days, and the vet checked her over and said she felt fine, and then it got really bad, so we ended up taking her into the emergency vet, and she had to stay in overnight, which was horrible. But they were sort of giving her like pain relief and fluids and syringe feed and all that malarkey, getting her back up to her good self. Oh, hang on. Maybe I should move the chair so I can so I can actually see both bunnies' faces. So I'm glad that she is back to herself now, because it is worrying seeing her not be herself, because she was really like, she just didn't really want to run around and stuff, and obviously that's like, yeah, now she's back to crime, which is where we like her to be. But yeah, poor little thing. But we morning, David. We did have some bad news about the bunnies yesterday, which was a bit of a blow after getting her finally feeling back more to herself, sort of thing. But we just have to take it one day at a time, really, which is poo. Is the infection something that's manageable? Yes and no. So, for those of you who didn't see my little post in Real Talk yesterday, the bunnies tested it, because basically they were like, oh, we don't know why she would have had, like, when we took her in, when she was having her gut stasis, she was really cold, which is why they decided to keep her in. Zara, thank you very much for that. Oh my gosh, 2 years, blimey. Blimey. And Sam, thank you very much for 28 months. Oh my gosh, so many doots today, thank you. It's very kind of you all. But so she was like very cold, which is strange to me because she'd literally just wanted to lie in cold places. But I guess maybe she's like, maybe it's like when you're a little bit feverish and your temperature's changing a bit. Maybe she was warm when she was here and then she went cold on the way. But yeah, so she had blood tests. They both had blood tests. And Fifi, Zarok, thank you for the 43 months. Thank you. Oh, Gerry Schnuffs. Fifi came back positive for E. caniculi, which is one of these things that every... Oh, geez. Oh, hang on. It's okay, baby boy. Sorry about that. Poor little Gerry was just having a little snuffer. Bless him. Oh no, he's still going, bless him. But this is all part of it. This all feeds into each other. So Fifi tested positive for E. caniculi, which is like a very horrible thing that bunnies can get. Gerry didn't test positive for it, which sounds like a good thing at first, but it's basically impossible that he doesn't have it because they live together and it's like highly infectious. So what it sadly means is that Gerry is so like, because I guess it tests for antibodies, and Gerry's immunity system is so bad that he's not creating anything to fight it, which is why it's been so difficult to get on top of this infection that he's got with his nose, because his body just can't fight two things at once. Bless him. So it's like, it is very horrible, and it's just going to be one of those things that I guess because it's one of these things that, like, I think they say around like 52% of bunnies carry this thing. It's just a question of whether it ever rears its head. And I guess because Fifi had such a horrible beginning where she was just sort of kept in a basement sort of thing with loads of other bunnies, and she was exposed to Pasturella, and I guess she was just exposed to Echeniculi as well, but she's just managed to keep it under wraps all this time. So I guess, or it could be that, because I mean Gerry was just like a little farm bunny who was, you know, one of those types of bunnies that's just bred a lot. So I guess maybe he picked it up there. It's like impossible to say. It could be that they have had it for years. It could be that they picked it up recently. There's just no way of knowing really. So yeah, sort of some answers as to why Gerry's been so bad the last few months, but not very good answers and not curable answers either, sadly. Tim, thank you very much for the 42 months. Sneaky popping at work to see the babies. Oh, I hope work's going okay. So yeah, not happy news, and I was very sad yesterday. I wanted to do a post because I found out before I went in for Zelda, and I thought, I cannot handle this right now, so I'm just going to have 3 hours where I ignore everything and play a silly game, and then I'll process it later. And yeah, we've just sort of been processing it all of yesterday, which is poo. But it's one of those things that it could be something that suddenly affects them in the next 2 months, or it could be something that doesn't affect them ever, or it affects them in a year. So it's difficult to adjust your panic levels to fit the situation. So yeah, just gonna take it every day as it comes, really, and always do the best for the buns that I can do. But yeah, 3 hours of Sarah chaos. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Molly. I hope don't you start snuffing. I hope the doctor's goes okay, and good morning, Dave, as well. But for now, I'm just sort of trying to focus on the positive, that Fifi is feeling better, and we're taking steps to, like I said, it's something that can't be cured. It's just going to have to be managed. You use this medication called Panicure, and basically anytime they're going through like a high stress situation, say for instance, if we were to bond them, which obviously we're not going to do, but if we were to, that would be seen as like a high stress time. So you'd put them on a course of this stuff just to suppress the parasite whilst they're going through that, just to help them out a bit. Or I guess if we were to like move house or something like that, we would do that. But yeah, for now they're going to have a 28-day course of it, and you have to start using bleach on the litter tray, which is another worrying thing. Anytime one of them does a wee somewhere, it has to be cleaned with bleach, which isn't great when they're getting into their sort of old age bunny times, and you don't know where these little tinkles are going to be coming out. Good morning, Ginger. But yeah, it's poo, but it's also one of those things that, you know, sadly this is all part of looking after animals, is there's always going to be something that has to be the thing, whether that be old age or something more complicated. It's just, sadly, there's no way to just look after your bunnies perfectly and have them become immortal, which is poo. Teach them to use the toilet. I was thinking that. Just get them a tiny toilet. Thank you, Guy. No, that's very sweet of you to say. Not empty. But yeah. The thing that makes me saddest of all, sorry that this has just been a bloomin' real talk sadness rant, But the thing that makes me saddest of all is that the problem that they have is something that affects. It's sort of like a neurological spinal thing that can affect mobility. And I think Gerry has sort of slowed down the last couple of years anyway. So he does still run around, and it would be horrible if that got him at all. Touch wood. But I think for Fifi, because she just loves to run around so much and cause so much chaos, I think she would be so sad if those sorts of things happened. So I pray it happens to no bunny. But yeah, that's the sort of thing that I'm really dreading. Is I want her to always be able to do crime. I want her to be the chaos bunny that we accepted into our home all those years ago. So yeah, fingers crossed. She's always able to do crime. Because it's been so lovely now that she's feeling better, that she's actually sort of like, because she went for days of like not eating, which is always a big panic time. Because it's like finding the right balance when you're looking after bunnies. It's the right balance of, do I syringe feed them, which means that she's getting the nutrients, but also stresses her out, which means that she might not want to eat, sort of thing. So it's like, it's finding that balance of the right levels of stress with the right levels of medicating. Cyan, thank you very much for the 2 years. Who was recently? You mention them all the time. I've never seen them post in chat. They did it quite recently. And Kinetic, thank you very much for the 31 months. Thank you. What was I saying? Oh, so yeah, but now she's like this morning she was following me around the kitchen, whilst I was trying to prepare their food, she was following me around and asking for little snacks and stuff. So she's definitely more back to herself now, which is very, very lovely to see. But yeah, sadly, it's just going to be an ongoing thing, which, we're equipped to deal with. We've dealt with these sorts of things before, not this exact one, but I think when you're a bunny person, sadly, this is one of those things that eventually you are going to have to deal with, as poop as it is. So yeah, that's my big sad out of the way. And one of the ladies who runs one of the rescue that we got Squeak from, her bunny's going through the exact same thing at the moment. So we sort of can compare notes and help each other, which is nice. But yeah, one final sad note is, it sounds bad, but I really hope that if something happens to one bunny, if we lose one bunny, I hope they go sort of together, because now it adds a complication to whether we could ever bond them with another bunny again, sort of thing. So I don't want them to be alone. So I hope it's yeah. But that's hopefully a problem for many years' time, and I don't have to think of it now. Fingers crossed. Come on in, life, like, how you doing? Fifi's just doing a very good sniff of his bum right now. Thank you for that, Fifi. Thank you. But yeah, poor Banooies. But I guess it's better to know and be prepared than, because it could have been that if they had have had this test at any time, they would have tested positive for it. So you never know. Hey, Gerry. There's just so much like stinky stuff that goes around domestic bunnies. And sadly, this is like the one thing that they can't be blooming vaccinated against. Hello. Do, 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 do. Do you thank you very much for the 28 months? One day till Animal Day, another month of bunions and bronchi. Thank you. And Lifelike, thank you very much for the 37 months. Oh, look, a stray sub just happened by. You scooped them up and adopted them. It's very good of you. But yeah, poor little bunnies. But, I mean, it was really horrible when oh my goodness, well, this is just going to be the sad stream, sorry. When I went into the vet with the bunnies, and the time that they had to stay over for the night, and the lady after me was an emergency with a bunny as well. And oh sorry, I wasn't paying attention to where I was actually pointing the camera. And then I saw her leave and she was crying and I was like, no. So, you know, just gotta be thankful for the time that you do have. And yeah, just do what you can for them. Poor little things. I've heard tomorrow is cinnamon bun day. Ah. If only I like cinnamon. I was thinking about cinnamon the other day because I was thinking, I wonder if I could train myself up to liking it. Because you can do that with things, can't you? And I think it's in so many things and it gives so many people such joy that maybe I could just, because I can already have a little bit of it in things like forest buns. So maybe I could slowly train myself to become a pumpkin spice latte person. Maybe. Then I can fully embrace the spooky season. I can't think what cardamom tastes like, to be honest. So maybe I would like cardamom. My quest to become basic, yeah, good morning, Soph. One day I'll appreciate cinnabons and pumpkin spice lattes. Start liking cinnamon a bit more as I get older. I'm wondering, throw yourself in the deep end and do the cinnamon challenge. Oh no. Oh no. But maybe, is that your nose I can hear, Gerry? Your little wiggly sniffer. Hello, Vivi. It's because I was round a friend's house the other day and she was teaching me, like witchy stuff and she was using cinnamon and I was thinking about it then. I was wondering if I could just have a tiny bit every day. Is cinnamon rolls the thing in the UK? Yeah, they tend to be like one of the sort of standard pastries that you'd expect to see. It's a decently commonplace snack here in Denmark. Yeah, they tend to. It'll be like, you know, you got your croissants, your pain au chocolats, your cinnamon rolls, your... What else do you get? Apple yum-yums. I guess yum-yums are also a fairly standard one. I like cinnamon more. Cardamom tastes more barky. I'll have to see if I have had it. I have to get some and give it a sniff. See if it's familiar. A little bit of cinnamon with apple cakes. See, this is the other thing that's always controversial that I don't like. I don't like cooked apples. So I tend not to like things that cinnamon goes with. Like apple crumbles and apple pie and that sort of stuff. Harlequins. My rabbit was a harlequin. Nice. She's a very broken harlequin. You can sort of see, I think the strongest line that she gets is like between her ears. There's quite a strong line. And I was thinking Gerry must have a little bit of harlequin in him because look at these lines. Look at this. You're a stripier boy than I give you credit for sometimes. I need to try and do my my whatchamacallit, my needle felt Gerry to go with my needle felt Ffion with the massive head. I'll probably try to give him a similarly big head to match, because it wouldn't be fair to the Ffion one if he got a proper sized head. I think I've got enough floof, but I can always I've definitely got enough bunny floof to add to it if I need some extras. Hello. It's his speed lines when he goes zoom. True. You okay, Gerry? You all recovered from your... Those were big sneezes. You had me worried. Very big sneezes. Oh. Can make Gerry felt the reverse, big body and tiny head. True. True. I'm getting kisses from Fifi on the other side now. Thank you very much for the follow. Oh, that just randomly made me think. I don't know what triggered it, but Alex and I have finally gone into Act 2 of Baldur's Gate. I don't know how long. We've pretty much been playing since release. And we're finally in Act 2, so I can start understanding the Act 2 memes now, which is nice. I wish I had someone to play it with. Yeah, it's just I wish we had more time to play, to be honest. Are you trying to push me out the way? Baby boy with the strong nose. There's still more pellets over there. Still more. Oh, you saying missing texture has reminded me. It's a situation I never thought would happen. I've been in the last 3 Yogscast videos doing all different things. I was like, oh, because it's like the task box, then a TTT, and then you're very wobbly, and then a Gartic phone. Which is nice. Oh, he wanted them out the bowl. I want to play Baldur's Gate, but I'm stuck on a Mac. Apparently it's too old for playing the game. Ah. Are we okay to discuss Act 1 stuff and down? I think a lot of people still haven't played it, so I'd be careful with any spoilies, because I know Rob's hoping to play it at some point. But yeah. But Anna, yes, could you send me the link to that thing? Because I'd like to see if I can find a UK equivalent somewhere. Sambad, thank you very much for the 31 months. I'm chuckling quite a lot at Taskbox. You're a delight in it. Ah, thank you. I'm glad people are enjoying it, because it's one of those things that when I did it, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm against very entertaining people, and it's one of those things that you feel like, oh, they're going to be the 3, doing the great stuff, and I'm just going to have to be the what's the opposite of comic relief? I'm going to be the boring parts that they're there to bring up, sort of thing. So I'm glad that I did some things that people seem to have enjoyed. I think it's always going to be Harry, thank you very much for the 39 months. Beep, boop, boop, beep. You're great in Taskbox. Oh, thank you. Gerry, do you not want any more of these? There's so many pellets that have been left behind here. Gerry? Gerry, what's this? Whoop. Gerry? No. Unwanted pellets. They've both decided to run away. No more pellets. You keep lizards. Ah, cute. Cute, cute, cute. I used to look after a crested gecko. She was very sweet. But oh my gosh, looking after scalies does terrify me. In the same way that I think looking after bunnies terrifies a lot of people, myself included. My brother and I finished the game 2 weeks ago. It's a good. Oh my gosh, I want to have like. Alex and I were talking the other day, as we often do, living together and everything. But we. So basically, this is the ongoing saga of Alex and I have been hoping to go away on holiday because he's been working so hard, and I've just been feeling a little bit stressed with everything going on. So we're saying we want a holiday. We tried to book one that was like, balancing out when people could, when the boarders could look after the bunnies and the dates Alex could have off and blah, blah, blah. Nothing worked out. So then we were like, okay, we can go in November. Then all this stuff with the bunnies happened, and obviously I need to be giving them this medication for, it's like a 28-day course. So then that meant we couldn't really go away then either. Used to have Netherland dwarves. My first bunny was a Nethy. They're so lovely. Very good, the buns. And then, yeah, so everything that's happening with the bunnies, because obviously we don't want to cause them any unnecessary stress, it's probably best that they don't go to a border or anything. So now we're saying maybe instead of having a holiday, Fifi's just taken herself off to the kitchen. She's after more snacks. Maybe instead of having a holiday, we might just like take a week off and go out, like spend the money that we would have spent on a holiday on days out. So to just places around Bristol, like Castle Combe, Goblin Combe, all the various combes, and then in between that we could finally go to that pub in Cwmbran as well, and in between that we would have like days of just staying in and playing video games all day as if we're teenagers. So like Monday Combe, Tuesday games, Wednesday Combe, Thursday games, Friday Cwmbran. Seems like that could be a nice way to get like a little, like you say, a staycation. Because it's one of those things that I guess you're like, we just want to make sure that we're still making memories, sort of thing. Fifi, it does not want to focus on you at the moment. Where are you? There you are. You're in focus. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah. It's true, Anna. It's like there's still stuff in, I mean, it sounds silly, but there's still stuff in Bristol that we've not seen, and like around Bath, and there's probably lots of like, even going to oh, hello. Even going to Weston-super-Mare, which isn't meant to be sort of the most exciting place in the world, but it does sound nice, and I'd like to go to there. Go and do the Boba and Ozzy tour. But yeah. So I think that's what we're going to do instead, is just try to, just try to do some memory making. Got Bath nearby, yeah. But I've seen the baths in Bath now. I feel like that's the main pull of Bath, is the baths. But there is like, so this is how I decide where I'm going to go. There is a vegan cafe in Weston-super-Mare, so I'd be up for going there. But I think we're going to try and go to Boscastle next year instead. Because I think the place that we wanted to go to opens up again in April. So I think we'll try and go there next year instead. Probably try to adopt all the seagulls. I do love seagulls. They are very cute. And they're just like me. Like, if I was a bird, I'd just be trying to steal people's chips all the time. Like, I can appreciate it. I appreciate the hustle. Gerry is inside that box still. Which is very cozy for him, but not the most exciting viewing. So do you remember the other week when I was like, I spent ages clearing up all of the bunny room and it's so tidy now? Because I was in full, like, try and tempt Fifi to eat mode. Everywhere she was, I was putting down a handful of hay, so now it's back to being an absolute mess. But it was lovely whilst it lasted. I was in Oakhampton the other week and saw where the beehive holiday thing was. Yeah, See, this is the thing. I like just randomly searching for places and then seeing what lovely things they have there. So I did look up Oakhampton and it did seem very nice. Has she gone back in the kitchen? Fifi! Fifi! There she is. Hello. Are you hungry? Are you trying to find snacks in the kitchen? If Alex ever gets sick, make sure you put spaghetti around the room. Yeah. Just to tempt him to eat. You're really not keen on these new pellets, are you? They did send the wrong ones, to be fair. Oh no, she wanted that one. Maybe she just didn't want that one. Has anyone had an idea what they want to be for Halloween yet? Because it's somehow already October and I've not planned my costume. It was just Betsy since I saw one pick up an entire baguette. Oh my gosh, a ghost frog. Ooh. Oakhampton is nice. My parents and some other family live there, so I visit quite a lot. Oh, nice. Can walk straight onto Dartmoor. That's what we were looking at doing when we were looking at places to stay there, such as the Big B place. Just going out for nice walks. I want to be cozy. Can I just be cozy? That is a very, very good costume. A cozy costume. That isn't Gerry sneezing, by the way. That's him tearing up cardboard. Good for him. Good for him. A distinguished gentleman. That's what Gerry's going to be for Halloween. It's his life every day. So I tried to get the bunnies some, some elderly bun pellets, which are meant to be higher in fibre, and they accidentally sent house rabbit pellets, which apparently are high in fibre anyway, but weren't what I was after. But I opened them before I read the bag, which isn't a very good thing to do. So now they're stuck with these pellets until I can finally move them onto the older bunny ones. Where did I get the bunny castle? It's from a company called Manor Pet Housing, which sadly aren't around anymore. They closed down. But the other one in the other corner, so they've got that big one, and then that little one is from a company called J&S Hobbywood. And they do similar big chunky castles that Manor Pet Housing used to do. But they're very expensive, so I didn't go for one of those when I ordered the new one. So it doesn't look as fancy, but it serves the same purpose for the bunnies, which I guess is the important thing. Why would you? Why? Stop. Just get the bunny some greens. Gerry! There you go. Ooh. Well breakfasted, bunnies. Very good. Puns, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you very much for the 45 months. Thank you. And Gaiva, thank you very much for the follow. If your bunnies started fighting, are they both neutered or spayed? Or are they still intact? Because that can be one of the things that can cause them to fight if they get a bit hormonal. But bunnies can always be rebonded. Even if they start fighting, sometimes sending them to a rescue to do some, both male and neutered. It could just be like, bunnies get very weird during different seasons. I mean, it's different for different bunnies. Fifi tends to get spring fever, but different bunnies can start kicking off in autumn or whatever. But yeah, it could always be worth taking them somewhere neutral and rebonding them. It can be done, because they are funny little things. Banoonus. Decided it wasn't worth it, Fifi. She didn't want that one. Would you do it? Oh, geez, my Tom impression. My Tom impression is very limited. It has to be, I have to, there's the whole costume that needs to come on. I have to spend the time getting into character. Can't just pull it out willy-nilly. It's a whole method. Do you know what? I had pinned my hair there and it kept falling down, so I ended up just having to hold it. But I was hoping that I would have both hands free, but it all turned into a bit of a disaster. Maybe it should just be balls. Maybe it should. I managed to get them together and they were great for about 2 weeks and then started fighting again. Honestly, bunnies are just such little monsters. Like, we were very lucky with these two, with their bond. They bonded in... Like, we kept them side by side for, 2 weeks or so, and then after that, they bonded in about a week. Whereas the bond we did before that was bloomin' 5 months. So I appreciate tough bonds. Bunnies do be like that sometimes. Hello. But to be fair, with both of the bonds, it was it wasn't Gerry's fault. It was very much Genevieve was causing all the troubles. Is that when yeah, it was Fifi. Fifi binkied over the fence, and luckily it startled Gerry so much that he ran away, because if he had have noticed that she had have just barged into his area, he could have attacked her. But he was just so startled by the noise that he just ran. But they were like, oh, it's so funny, how different bunnies are when they meet another bunny, compared to, because Gerry had become, he had like, we had him on his own for 3 months, and he was never very cuddly before because he'd always been scared of us. He was a very shy bunny for the first couple of years that we had him. We never really got to cuddle him. And then he became a solo bunny, and all of a sudden this like big personality just came out. And he went through his like what we call his Gerry big bollocks phase, which is funny as he doesn't have any. But he really was like showing us that he was the bun of the household sort of thing. And then he settled down and he became very cuddly, and he was just a smushy little guy. And then we brought Ffion home, and all of a sudden he just became this little monster. He would like wait for her to lie down by the fence, and then he would just make a beeline for her and run over and bite her. And he would patrol up and down the fence between them. And he would just leave this line of poos along the fence as well to mark out his territory and stuff. He was such a little monster, weren't you? He's like, I don't want to talk about it. I never did that. But yeah, now he's settled down into being the gentleman that he is today. With the it's totally what fences cause bunnies to do. It's like as soon as you put a fence down their half, they feel like, oh, I need to mark this out as my own, and they just leave this little poop trail. But yeah. And then Fifi did her binky right over the fence because she was just so happy to be in the house, which is very lovely of her. And then we had to bring, because we were like, well, we can't go to bed, and because it was literally just as we were going to bed, so thank goodness it happened when it did. But we let her have the whole room, and we took Gerry upstairs with us for the night. And the next day we went round to my friend's house, and she lent us a 6-foot fence, and that's what we used to separate them. We had this proper barricade between the two of them because we were like, we're pretty sure Fifi can't get over 6 feet. She did 3 feet, but we don't think she can do 6 feet. But yeah. Oh. She's become a little bit more cuddly in recent months. She suddenly accepts smushes a lot more. And doesn't, I mean, she's still not the cuddliest bunny, but she's definitely a lot more open to them now. She's going through such a molt at the moment. Like, can you see this little angry eyebrows line on her face that she's got? But thankfully, she is letting me sort of sit and get rid of her molt in very short bursts. Lifelike. True. You've got me there. I divided my group in 3 and they would get along without fences, but the girls tend to become little monsters. So by now every queen has her own territory and husband. Ah. And separated out into a little neighborhood. Gerry's just having a toffee in the background over there. He's munching away. Oh, it just makes me so happy to see her back to herself. But she did look so uncomfortable. She was like proper pushing her tummy into the floor, and she didn't want to run around, and it was horrible. Hello. But it's just so weird with bunnies. Like, literally, the night before, we were like, oh, she's getting better. And she was, like, running around, and she did a big binky and all of this stuff, and then just came down the next day, and she was, like, really bad. And we were like, what? Why would you get better only to do this? So, obviously, like, part of it is just with like bunnies do cover stuff up. They do try to hide how they're feeling, which isn't healthy. Bunnies, I wish you'd just tell me. I don't have anything else to give you now, so there's no distractions from you doing this. You little pickle? I can just try and reason with you, I suppose. Stop, please. It's not good to eat carpet, especially when you've just had a dodgy tummy. Tea. Why don't you spend the energy giving kisses to Gerry instead, No, that's not what I said. What do you think you're going to find in there? Maybe more carpet will help, it will not. Gerry's like, what are you doing? No, Fifi. I often wish animals could talk to you, but the reality would be a nightmare. I know. I sometimes think that. I'm like, I wish they could tell me when something's wrong. But also, one of the most delightful things about animals is the fact that they don't expect you to have conversations with them. There's no small talk. It's just straight down to Tuddles. Oh my gosh, Fifi, your floof is just flying everywhere. I have Christmas socks on, don't I? Don't tell Grammy. Oh, damn. I feel like I want to do something autumnal. Maybe there are treats hidden in the carpet. Oh, no. Oh, no. What sort of treats would be hidden here? I worry. I've missed the stream ever since I got a job. I hope you're enjoying your job, though. If Charlie could talk, he wouldn't shut up about food. You'd be woken up at like 3 a.m. just by cheese? Cheese? It's only 59 days till Jingo Jam. Do you know what? I was thinking last year, I was like, oh, I really want to do a... Sorry, I'm going to blow up my phone. Sorry, it's just very covered in Fifi fluff. I was thinking I really want to do a Jingle Cats. And then, oh, by the way, for people who still haven't done theirs, you've got until end of day today to do your Longest John's Diggy Diggy Hole community project. So make sure you get that done if you've not done yours yet, because it'd be very lovely to see lots of Bunscord people amongst all of the shantiers. What was I saying? Jingle Cats. Yeah, I had an idea for Jingle Cats last year and I ran out of time. So this year I was like, oh, okay, I've got a whole year to plan it and I'll make sure I get that done, blah, blah, blah. And have I done anything? No. So now I need to decide if I'm going to do it this year or come up with a different idea. Because I guess there is still a lot of time. All I have to do is do what the time that is given to me to do. Gandalf. But yeah. I saw Twonk saying he might do a Jingle Cats. So maybe I'll just encourage other people to do them instead. That could be my legacy. When it shows, I can be like, I encourage that. Or maybe I won't. I guess it depends what it is. Maybe I'll be like, I tried to stop him. I'm very sorry. But Kirsty swooped in and did one last year. Boo boo. Hello, am I in your way? I think that's quite the quote. Something like that. So words to that effect. So go around and see the boy. I'm going to take this bowl of pellets with me in case I can tempt he. Do, 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 do. Hello. It's the same pellets you didn't want, Phoebe. Maybe if they're over here, she will want them. What was I going to say? I was going to say something else. Oh, actually, no, I shouldn't. I shouldn't say that. Think of something else. Quick. 59 days is a long time. Think of how many low-effort Jingle Cat memes that could be made. See, I was thinking of doing something slightly different. Maybe I should just do it. And then even if I don't do it for Jingle Cats, I could just have it as a sign of my inevitable decline into insanity. It'll just be a good one for the archive. Maybe I will do it. Hello, Chef. You've still got a couple minutes. Oh, the Played Up thing on Friday. Yeah, it's gonna be a bingo, and it's a fundraising thing as well. So it's lovely charity. I don't really know who else is taking part, but there should be a lot of us, which would be nice. And I think the other thing I can say about it is I think there might be different, I don't really know how it's going to work, but I think there's going to be different things that are unlocked as fundraising goals, ? So the bingo maybe gets revealed or gets new things added or something. I think there's going to be some sort of mechanic where things are added. So it's very exciting and a good incentive to be donating and such. But that's about all I know, so I can't give you any juicy... You chinned it. Good morning, Zane. So yeah, raising funds for whom? That is exactly the sort of question I should be able to answer. But I forgot. But I think it's on the Yog schedule. I think it does say on there if someone can do a little special effect. That's the one. Thank you. I was like, I do know the answer to this, but my brain is so full of bunny stuff at the moment. Oh my goodness, that reminds me. I mean, you will all know just the depth of this, but the other day, one of the reasons I cancelled the streams was because, what day was it on? It must have been Wednesday. I cancelled streaming on Wednesday because that's the day that the bunnies went into the vet, and I was literally crying every time I thought of the bunnies, and you can imagine how much that is. So it wasn't good. It would not have been an entertaining stream. Also, look at Jerry's little naked leg again. Because he had to have another blood test, so he's going to have a constantly little peekaboo thigh. Bless him. It still hadn't grown back from the last one he had, and now it's had to be reshaped. Well, how's the finally make jacket potato or beans on toaster thing? He did put in beans on toast. I've been working on trying to get spaghetti into the game for like a year, and that still hasn't worked. Or maybe it's more than a year at this point. But yeah, don't think spaghetti's getting added anytime soon. I wonder what is going to be happening because you remember last Halloween when it was all like, will it be snappable? I said it should be. I said it should cook in less time if you take the time to snap it. Have a digital stranger hug, thank you. What was I going to say? I saw a mean... Okay, so the whatchamacallit, the response to Taskbox has been generally very nice, but I did see one comment that was like, why have they got the intern to take part in this? And I was like, I've been there for bloody years. How dare you? It just amuses me how it's like there's so much you can be part of and people will still be like, Nah, you're not really a member of the Yogscast. You're like, what? Dear oh dear. But yes. Bitches. They must have been flags. No, they listed everyone else. They were like, oh good, look, we've got like Empyrean and Trottenbury and then the intern. It was like, oh. That's me. But oh well. But oh well. You are an intern. No, I never interned. When was the last time I was an intern? I was an intern at a company that I've forgotten the name of in 2012, maybe? But I've forgotten what the name of the company was. Although was I? I don't even think I was an intern then. I think I was a production runner or an office runner. What does intern actually mean? What is an intern? I forgot. Is it a permanent position? Or does intern suggest that it's not permanent? What's the word for not permanent? I've forgotten that as well. Oh my gosh, why can I not just temporary? That's the one. Like a temporal. Free labor, dear oh dear. In that case, I am an intern, yes. It means just something. Yeah. Dear oh dear. It just amuses me how some people will still like, because I've seen comments where it will be like a video that has like Xylus and Ravs in, and people are like, I don't know anyone in this. I'm like, what? Did you literally watch the first ever Yogscast video and then not watch anything ever since? Dear oh dear. Dear oh dear. Well, on that note of silly YouTube comments, most of which have been positive, I will add. I've seen lots of very lovely people being very lovely and saying lovely things. Shall we go to... Wait, who's Emaria? Have we rated them before? I like the other new intern that's just turned up called Nilse. I don't think I've met him yet. I heard he's sassy though. Oh, they're in. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, we can go to Jay. Get 3 raids for the price of 1. Thank you everyone for chilling and chatting. I'm sorry there was so much sad at the beginning of the stream, but I just wanted to get that out there and keep you all up to date on what is happening with the bunnies and the current worries and stuff. So yeah, it's one of those things that it is sad. We'll obviously, as we always have, do our best for the buns and take it day by day. And I guess as they get older, there's always going to be added complications, and you just sort of take it in your stride. And yeah. Poor little Banoos. But yes, everyone, I'll be back at 2. I'm going to try that Escape from Mistwood Mansion, I think. I'm so behind with games now. I had all these games I wanted to play, and then last week was a bit of a disaster. But yeah, I'll play that today and eventually get on to Fae Farm. But be good, look after yourselves, and take care. Thank you for all the kind words as well. It means a lot how much you all care for the bunnies as well. But yes, look after yourselves. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. I don't know how long's left, so you can just appreciate Potato Jerry for the rest of stream. Lovely streamlined potato. Did you know that a cow is more aerodynamic than a Jeep? Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Hello, Fifi. Do you want to say bye-bye as well? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. It's tasting the chairs. They good? Oh, bunnies. What are you like? Okay, there we go. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.